Hello, good morning. Good morning. Now it's already good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Hoping that we are very fine. Martin, Omal, and myself. Then plus Rida Kainda Osama. How are you? How is everyone? Welcome. And yes, today is a Monday. It's a new week. It's a new week, new energy. New energy, new this week. Likia, mute your microphone, please, dear. Mute your microphone. Okay. In the next 4 minutes, we shall be starting. We are waiting for more people to come in and then we go on. I welcome each and everyone. Welcome back from the weekend. Welcome back from the weekend. For those ones who came and attended the Saturday meeting at Jerisa Hotel, that was good. That training was very powerful. Thank you so much for those ones who came. And those ones who didn't come, please don't miss this week on Saturday. Don't miss on this Saturday. If you missed on this Saturday, if you missed the last Saturday, please don't miss this Saturday. This Saturday for this week. Hey, on Saturday we share a lot of things, and most lessons are always practical. They are practical. I know we teach so much online, but again, when you come and then you have a lesson practically in physical, it carries more water. Let me tell you. You learn more than when you just learn online. I'm not saying that learning online does not benefit you. It benefits so much, but a physical touch, a physical encounter makes it even easier. Eh? You learn much. You learn much when you come for a physical training. So let's welcome those ones who are still. Let's wait for a few minutes for those ones to come in, and then we continue. And we continue, and we continue, and we continue, and we continue. And we continue. Where are the others? Where are the others? Where are the others? Go post in the group where you belong. Tell them we have started. Post in the group where you belong. Tell them that we have started. Let people come in and then we start. Before I go further, today's topic is capital management. Today's topic is capital management. But before I go any further, let us first get to know some new announcements which are on the Royal Q application. So with that, allow me share my screen and then we see others will find us on the way. They will find us on the way. First of all, I need to get my pen. I need to get my pen. Where? That is it. It is here. Okay. Good. I put my phone in not disturb. I don't want messages to disturb me. Let us first go to Royal Q and then we see the new information, the new announcements made there. The new announcements made. Always it is important. Always before you do any other thing to come here. Friends, always come here. Get to know the latest information or the latest communication that the Royal Q is having. Every day you wake up, please click here. Okay? Every day you wake up, click there. Get to know the latest information or the latest announcements that Royal Q is having. So far in the information we are having, the RP balance notice. People were asking me about what is RP balance notice. RP means Royal points, or we can say Royal Q points. At some point in 2022-23, Royal Q gave, it was a promotion that every time you could sign up a new person, okay? Every time you sign up a new person, they could give you what they named Royal points. So you could, after activating someone, you could spin and you get some points. So those points were equivalent to USDTs. So they were equivalent to USDTs. So which means there are people who have never used their points. So now Royal Q is telling them to use them because they are about to scrap that off. And they are saying that after 31st of December 2025, those RP will be expired. So that information was for that. So people who have been asking me what RP means, it was Royal points. Then on 14th, they put new pairs. They added new pairs. Make sure that you go and you updated your Royal Q. You always come here. You just always come here on this X or that plus. When you click on that plus, then come to all. The moment you click on all and it is responding, it means that you have new pairs to add. Okay. If you see that it is not responding, and here it is saying remove. Okay. When you are here and it is saying remove, please, you leave that one. Okay. You leave that one. When you click on all, it should be showing you add here. If it is showing, if you click on all and it is saying remove, then it means you don't have pairs to be added. So that one, we can as well leave that. Any other information that we need, sometimes you are okay to come and check on the new listings. The new listings, these ones, then you can also look at the removal notes. Remember, that is delisting. Those coins that are going to be delisted by different exchanges. So if an exchanger is going to delete or to delist or to remove a pair in their system, it means it is automatic that even Royal Q is going to will remove it, because it will not be having where to trade it from. Okay, so for now, the latest information, the last removal information we got was for removing Astor, BNSX, COM4 from HTX. So those ones are to be removed from HTX. But again, there is something that I've seen. You know, with my robot, I told it when a currency is to be delisted, it should tell me. So those coins to be delisted, they are always number 1. Now I have this one. There is this one. There is this one that has been shown. There is AMB, there is a CLV, and then STMX, and then VITE. So these ones, they have put them today. They have just announced that they are to be delisted. They are not to be delisted today, but we are going to find out the information. Where are we going to get the information from? Then we can go to Binance. We can go to Binance and we check. So when you come to Binance, on the home page, it is always important to come down here. Okay, you come down here. When you come down, you are going to find discover following news announcements. So you can always come to announcements and then you find out the latest announcements, okay? The latest announcements. The latest announcements are always in here. P2P South Africa exclusive. No, that's not what we need. That's not what we need. I want to find the delisting. The delisting information. The delisting information. Maybe it is not yet here, but we shall find it. Latest activities. Okay, we can as well leave that one. We shall come back next time. Then when you come to discover, you'll find some information. You need to be on point. You need to be up to date. You need to be updated. This one was posted 20 hours. Many people assume that the Pi network has a total of supply over 100 billion, but they clearly don't understand the project. As of now, only 6.1 billion tokens have been unlocked. Or there is this coin which is going to be listed in different exchanges on 20th, and it is called the Pi. So the delisting, at least Binance will also give us the information, but Royal Q has already given us the information. It has already given us the information. AMB is going to be delisted in Binance. We shall know. They will also give us the latest information and the date when it is going to be delisted. Okay, we shall get that information, though we might not have it right now. The indicator. Okay, that is that. Members, are we still here? How many are still here with me? Who is still here with me? We go to capital management. Look here, I can see you are putting up your hand. Is it you are showing that you are here with me, or there is something you need to ask?
No, I'm just showing you that I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So friends, we are going to go to capital management. Capital management. Friends, in our business, or in any other business, managing the capital that you are having is very, 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 very important. The moment you don't know how to manage your capital very well, things will be tough for you. You'll get confused, you'll get depressed, you'll get stressed, you'll get pressure. Before you know it, you will even hate the business. In our business, when you practice right capital management, even if you are having $150, you will make money. While someone who doesn't have the right capital management, even if that person is having $10,000, will not make money. I have a friend of mine. I have a person that I introduced to the business. This person now is having $13,000 as the capital. But because this person has failed to listen to my advice when it comes to capital management, today this person makes 0.7, 0.1, sometimes not even $1. But this person has $13,000. Why? He or she, I'm not going to specify, or it is a he or a she. He or she failed to listen to my advice. Okay? Yes, having much money is good. When you have a big capital, it is of great advantage because you are eligible. You have bigger chances of making bigger profits compared to someone who is having $100. But if you don't manage that 10,000 well, you will not make the money. You will not make the money. Today, I want to teach you how to manage your capital well. The biggest challenge that I have seen, or the most common mistake that people do, is to fight their money to get finished. People fight their money to get finished, which is not a right thing, because The market can change anytime soon without even giving you an announcement. The market can change without even giving you an announcement that, do you know what, Omar, I'm going to change now, you get ready. No, it will not tell you. It will not tell you that it get ready. Okay? It will not tell you that get ready. Now you see the market is green. It is green. You see, it almost 3/4 of it is green. But you don't be surprised when in the next 30 or 1 hour it has changed and it is all red. That is the market. And that is the market. That's how our market is supposed to be. That's how our business is supposed to be. Our business is moved on 2 things. I want to put here a book so that I can write there. I want to use this space. Our business runs on 2 things. 1, rumors. This one, I talk about it every now and then. Our business is run on rumors and news. So when a rumor comes, it is time for buying. We buy. In other words, we buy rumors. And when the news comes out, then we sell. So we sell news. What is a rumor? A rumor is unofficial news. News which is not yet official. That is what we call a rumor. Many times rumors is right information, but being spread prematurely before it is done. Before it is official. I repeat, we buy rumors and we sell news. Many times when the rumor comes, the market drops. You know, a rumor, as I've said, a rumor is unofficial. It is unofficial news which is not yet official. So the moment the moment the unofficial news comes out, everyone starts panicking. Everyone starts panicking and everyone gets stressed. Everyone becomes skeptical. You see? Everyone becomes skeptical. Everyone starts panicking. Before you know it, people start selling and they start doing panic sales. The moment the panic selling comes, then the market has to drop because of the rumor. Because of the rumor, people start selling and selling and selling and selling because of a rumor. And what they are doing is panic selling. Before you know it, they are making losses. I even see people who are using the royal queue. Someone who employed a robot to trade for him because he has had a rumor, he comes and then forces the robot to sell at a loss. Then at some point, someone starts saying, this business, I have made losses. I lost my $2,000. It is not the business that made you lose the business. It is you who made yourself lose the money. Because of your impatience, because of your panicking, because of your skepticism. The moment you are so skeptical, you are too doubtful, you are so in fear, then you start doing those panic sales which bring you losses. Okay? I've said, we always wait for the rumors in order to buy, because when the prices drop, then it is time for buying. I want to show you something here. Now, the announcement or the information has just, I think it has not stayed for so long. It has, because yesterday we did not have VITE being to be delisted. We didn't have CLV, we didn't have S. But now, because there is some rumor that it is not a rumor now, that it has been mentioned that these coins are going to be delisted. See what has happened. See what has happened. By the time they mentioned maybe the market was here, see how it has dropped up to here. All this is now the floating loss. Do you get my point? See what has happened to Vite. Let's look at another one. Another one is AMB. Has it also dropped? Yes, you can see. It came from here. Now see where it has gone. Even the RSI, you can see it is pointing down. It is strictly, it is so focused that it is pointing down, a sign of we are going so down. It is not even horizontal. It is not lying, but it is pointing straight down, meaning that it is still dropping. Why? There is a rumor that AMB is going to be delisted. I've finished that. Now, capital management. However much we say that in our business, there are 3 things that make the business. 1, patience. Patience, knowledge. So however much you are patient, if you don't have the knowledge, again, you are not going to make the money. You should be patient, but as well as also getting involved in learning so that you learn new skills, you learn new terms, you learn new things, you learn new ways of doing this business, because every day, there is a trainer teaching about the business. Then from patience, then knowledge, then the next one is capital management. That is our center of focus today. Capital management. Capital management. We always tell you that don't fight your money. Don't fight to finish your money. It is useless fighting it to finish it. Allocate your money very well. Allocate your money very well. Let 20% of your capital go in the first buying amount, and the rest, the 80%, let it go. No, the 20% of your capital should go to first buying amount and the first 4 margin calls. Because that one is called one position. You know, in trading, when we are buying whatever we have bought, it is called a position. Okay, it is called a position. If you have bought 3 margin calls, then it means you have bought 3 positions. You have bought 3 positions. Now, your 20% should be distributed in the first buying amount and the first 4 margin calls. Never change that, no matter how you are seeing the market, no matter how the market is pumping. Don't change the goalposts. The challenge we are having is you people, you keep on adjusting every now and then. You see something, you go to YouTube and then you read about you. Hey, who is that one? Are we safe? Huh? I think we are safe. I think someone's microphone had been unmuted. So I've been saying, when you get your 20% and you allocate it to the first buying amount and the first 4 margin calls, leave that position alone. Let 80% of your capital be for the next margin, for the other margin calls. Even if you put in a trade and it buys only 3 margin calls and then it goes up to sell, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. In trading, we need discipline. Discipline. Is that how it is written? I've forgotten. I think it is that one. You need a discipline. What is discipline in trading? Discipline is sticking to one thing that you set. The moment you have been told that this is the strategy that we are using and it is working, follow that strategy. Follow that strategy. Don't change the strategy. You plan to your plan is to make 2% in the market. When you make the 2%, please don't go back to the market. You have made the 2% from that trade. Leave it, go to another one. We are having over 400 different coins. Why do you want to go into one trade again and again and again and again for 5 times, 6 times, 10 times? Remember what you are putting. It is going up. You have been putting the trades, it is going up and going up and going up, which means now by the time you are on the 10th time, the coin has shoot so high. The coin has shoot so high. Then it is going to leave you up there. It is going to leave you up there, and then you will see yourself struggling for 3 months with a trade which is not getting out. Have we understood that one? Please. Discipline is very important. Gambie, capital management. 20% should be exposed to the trade for the first positions, first buying amount, and the first 4 margin calls. The 80%, let it go to the other margin calls. Even if it buys only 1 margin call, 5th margin call, and then it goes up to sell, it is okay. That's what you were supposed to earn on that day. By the way, you will never earn what you are not supposed to do, what you are not supposed to earn. God will always give you what you deserve, not what you want, but what you deserve. God will always give you what you deserve, not what you want. Because if it was like what we want, oh my God, everyone would say that I want to make $1,000 every day. I want to make. And then you just wish I can make. I wish. I think I can. Mm-hmm. How do we distribute the 20 and the 80%? We are going to use an example. Who can give us the example that we can use? Which capital can we use? Go to the chat room and then write for me the capital that we can use. How much capital should we demonstrate the capital management strategy? Someone is saying $200, 409, 50, my God, 50, 300, 2,000. Who else? Okay, I'm seeing Julia says 200, Fortune says 400. Siraj Amin says $50. $50. Now, how are we going to $50, that is too small to have margin calls. To be honest, by the way, to be honest, friends, $50 is too small to have margin calls, to trade with margin calls. Either you start trading with $50, but don't get so comfortable with the $50. Keep looking, keep searching, and then you add more. Okay? Then add than 200, 100, 300, 2,000. Okay. I'm going to take the average, that is 200, and then I will also talk about someone with the 2,000. Okay. Let me go to my calculator. Let us start with the 200. We have said the first buying amount and the first 4 margin calls, give them 20%. So 20% of 200, it is $40. 20% of 200 is $40, which means the first buying amount and the first 4 margin calls, they are going to take $40. Are you getting me? $20 of 200 is $40. Are you getting it? It is. Who is this one? Likia, please mute your microphone, please. Please mute your microphone. Good. Now, we have our $40. We want to divide them into 5 margin calls. What are the 5 margin calls? We have the first buying amount, and then also we have the 4 margin calls. But remember, I said now when we divide the 40 by the 5, who is that one? Please mute your microphone. Let your microphones be muted, please. I was saying that 20% of 200 is $40. And if we divide the $40 in the first positions, that is the first buying amount and the first 4 margin calls, we shall get 8, meaning that every call should be bought using $8. And I don't recommend to have any margin call which buys with less than $10. Has that one been understood? I don't recommend to make the robot buy with less than $10. In fact, the Royal Q has even the default setting. It is $12. Not even 10, $12. Why am I discouraging buying using amount less than $10? Because how much profit are you going to make from there? How much? It will total a bit too small. So you'll have to sell several times, very many times, in order to actualize, in order to see a $1 in your revenue details. So what does someone need to do? Now, since our capital is $200, let us say our 20% was $40. Now let us go to $50. Let us take $50 and then we divide by the 5 margin calls, meaning the first buying amount is going to be 10, and then the margin calls, the first, second, third, fourth, they are also going to take $10. I don't encourage trading with less than $10. Because if you are to sell 3% of $8, it will give you just a 0.2. That is a 3%. If you bought with $8 and now you are waiting for the robot to sell at 3%, you'll get a 0.2. Remember, it is very, very rare, very, 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 very rare to have a trade that sells at exactly 3%. A trade that sells at a 3%. It is rare. You are going to find when it has sold at 2.7, at some point it has sold 1.8, at some point it has sold at 2.6, but it is very rare to sell exactly at . Are you getting me? It is very rare to find a trade that is going to sell at a 3% exactly. It is going to sell around 2.7, 2.6, or sometimes it will even sell at 1.8. And what brings that is the callback. It is the callback that brings this. In your settings, you set 3%, and then you are seeing it has sold at 1.8, at 2.6, at 2.8. Then you are wondering what happened. No, there is the callback. There is the take profit callback that the robot waits for to see, to confirm, is this trade still going up or now it has ended here, it is going to go down. Okay? Now, when you are trading with the $10, when you are trading with the $10, 3% of $10, you'll get a 0.24, meaning you'll need only 5 cells to make a $1. Unlike when you are trading, when you are buying with less than $10, you are going to sell. We are going to sell 0.1. You'll sell 0.12, which will take you, which will need you to wait for 10 sales in order to make a $1. And to some people, it becomes a little bit boring. Okay, are we following, friends? Njagala tuve wano nga tutegedde capital management kyeki, such that when you make mistakes, when you really know that they thought they were guided on what to do, but I never respected that. Have you understood that one, how to divide the 20%? Tukitegedde ekyo? Have you understood that one, friends? Tell me if you have understood. I'm seeing only Mukisa. Only Mukisa has understood the rest. Even then Mwesga Paul, engineer Mwesga Paul has understood that. Okay. Now, the balance is what we are going to. Someone is saying. Someone. Not very clear. What is not very clear, my dear? Wodada, unmute your microphone and tell me what is not clear for you.
Yes, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Well done for the presentation.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the division of the percentages.
It is what is not clear.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing.
Okay, let me go back. Let me go back and then I show you. Yeah, if my pen keeps on going away, it keeps on disappearing. I have 400. I have $200. That is my capital. So I want to get 20% of $200 is the one that I want to put in my first buy in amount, which means out of the $200, I'll kankiddemu. Njagala tuve wano nga tukitegedde 20% ogenda ku calculator of 200 is $40. So which means the $40 is ogenda okudistributing in the first buy in amount and the first 4 margin calls, which are considered as one position. The robot sells them all at once. That's why we call it. Well, that's why we call them the whole position amount. But with the 200, tugenza okukiraba, if we divide. Oh. Friends, can you hear me? My network had skipped a bit. Can you hear me? Okay. Now, where did I end? Where did I get off from? Sarah, where was I? Because I realized later, but I was off.
You had calculated 20% of the $200.
Okay. Thank you. So I've said the 20% of 200 is 40. And I said 40, when you divide the 40 into 5 times 5 positions, that is the first buying amount and the first 4 margin calls, it will give you $8. And $8 is not a good amount to buy with. So what you do, you distribute 50. You distribute 50. You increase a bit by 10. Because ka capital katonotono, you increase by 10 and then you make it a 50, so such that the first buying amount is $10, first margin call $10 up to the fourth margin call. Meaning you have remained with $150. $150, you can buy 15 margin calls. And each and every margin call you buy with $10. Don't fight finishing your capital. And then that $200, you make sure that you are catering for a 40% drop. 40% drop. And now we are having 15 margin calls plus the first 4 margin calls, which means we are having 19 margin calls. With our $200, we are having 19 margin calls. If we get our 40% divided by the 19 margin calls that we are having, it means our margin call drop percentage is going to be 2.1, meaning every time the currency drops by 2.1%, the robot will buy for you with $10. Remember, we have calculated we are buying with $10, okay? The first 4 margin calls and the first buying amount, they have taken $50. They have taken $50. Then our 15 margin calls, they are also going to take 10, that is $150. So we have allocated our 200 capital. Don't change the posts. Don't see that now the trade is pumping so much. Now I need to reduce. I need to change the 2.1 drop to maybe to 1 pi or to 1.5. When you do that, you'll get stuck in floating loss too much. I'm not saying that you will one time be there without floating loss. That one is impossible, and forget that one. Forget that one. There isn't any day you will wake up that you don't have a floating loss, that you will ever dream of not having floating loss at any point. That one is impossible. Floating loss is where the business is, because our trades keep on moving like this. So they go up and down, up and down, up and down. So as they are coming down, it is time for floating loss. As they are going up, it's time for profits. Floating loss, profits, floating loss, profits, floating loss, profit, floating loss, profit. Now, what happens? The difference, what happens are the activities that we do when it is time for floating loss, If for you don't have capital, you don't have any money left, and the trade is dropping without you buying anything, then for you are going to be in FL. But if someone is having some money, as it is dropping, he is buying and buying and buying and buying and buying. So that person will never be in too much floating loss. So if you have allocated at least 40%, okay? You have allocated 40% of your money. Okay, you have allocated very well your money. So even if this trade drops negative 50%, for you out of the 40%, out of the 50%, the trader has dropped, your robot has bought 40%. So which means you are going to have a negative 10%. That is the only floating loss that you are going to have, which is a very small percentage. It can be beaten within less than an hour. Ontegedde. Have you understood you of $200? Or what 200 have you understood? Yes, someone of $200 has understood how to divide the money. Don't change goalposts. In capital management, stick to one thing. Don't changing. You know, you can be having an upline, the upline puts for you a strategy. After 2 minutes, then you change, you come because you are seeing the trade is not selling for 2 days, and then you start changing the trade settings here and there. You are changing, but already the robot has already bought. So even if you change when it has already bought, it has no difference that it is going to make. It has no difference that it is going to make. Nothing. Stick to what you have set. Let's go to someone of 1,000. 2,000? I saw someone. Fortune was for 2,000. 20% of 2,000. 20% of 2,000 is 400. Which means for her, the 20% of her 2,000 is 400. It is 400 that she's going to divide into 5. Meaning each margin call she's going to buy with $80. The first buying amount we will take 80. Then the first margin call 80, second margin call 80, third and fourth all will take 80. Then the 400 is done. Meaning, what is the balance? This is first call, second, third, and fourth. What is the balance? The balance is 1,600. Okay, 1,600. Now, what are you going to do with the 1,600? That is the 80%. The 80%, you can say, I want the 80% to buy 35 margin calls. Okay, 1,600 divided by 35 margin calls, which means every margin call, it is going to be bought using $45. And every time you sell, you are going to make around 0.4607, which means two sales like these, 2 margin calls, you have made a $1. I don't see the reason as to why you people, because you are having 2,000, you want to have 6 trades. You have 1,000, you want to have, there are people who are having 1,000 and say, for me, I want to have 4 trades whereby each trade is having 250. You are going to be having margin calls that are buying with the $20, and every sale you'll be making a 0.2. It will take you 5 sales in order to make us $1. While someone who has left all the money all together, you can buy every margin call can be bought with a substantial amount of money, and you'll make a good profit. And then a few sales, you are in dollars. But when you get $70, you put in a trade. Another trade, you put $25. Another trade, you put 70. Another trade, you put 6.5. And you are having $200. Now you are having 70 trades. You will keep on seeing the robot selling, but when your capital is not increasing. Why? You are using smaller amounts, and when the slippage is taken away, you are left with nothing. You are left with nothing. Ontegedde? Over 2,000? My dear, what 2,000? What 2,000? Okay. We have now every margin call is going to take 45. Now, the call drop percentage. What we put in the margin configuration, we are having 40%. Our 40%, we are going to divide it into 35 for the margin calls after 4th margin calls, after 5th, then the rest is for the first buying amount, 35 plus 4, which means our margin call limit is going to be 39. 39 margin calls, meaning our call drop percentage is going to be 1. The first buying amount, when it is buying the first margin call, put 1. It buys with $45. Remember? No, for the first 4 margin calls, it is 80. Second margin call, it buys with 80. Third margin call, it buys with 80. Every after 1% drop, it buys. After 1% drop, it buys. And then you do that the whole up to the 39th margin call. Then when it comes to the 50th margin call in the multiple buying ratio, instead of putting 1, you are going to put 0.5. That is half of 80, because your first buying amount is 80. You put 0.5. So margin call drop on the margin call drop on the left in the margin configuration, you are putting 111. On the right, multiple buying ratio, the first 4 margin calls, you are putting 1111, meaning 80. Then the rest you are going to put 0.5, meaning 40. And you are done. You are going to do your work when you are not when you are not stressed, when you are not worried that even if the market changes, your money is going to be utilized well. It is the same way that you are going to do, even if you are having $1,000, even you have $500, do the same. Don't put yourself on pressure and then you keep on checking on the robot all the time, You hire all the time. You hired this robot to make for you money, to do for you the work, but again, you want to be doing it yourself. By changing the strategy, changing the settings every now and then, changing goalposts, which is not good. Okay, you don't want to be on pressure. Manage your capital very well. Stick to one strategy. Follow your strategy. Don't change goalposts. If you set the take profit to be 3%, leave it at 3%. When it sells the 3%, put another trade. Take another 3%. Put another, take another 3%. At the end of the month, you'll find that you have made the between 10 and 30% that we always say that the robot can bring for you from the market. Unless if you are having a question, friends. Is there anyone with a question with what I have said? Some questions? Tubitegedde bulungi nnyo? Have we understood? Mukimbiri says, Leader, where has that 5 come from? Which 5, Mukwano? Which 5? Mukimbiri, unmute your microphone and then you tell me the 5 that you are talking about. Mukimbiri, if you are in position to unmute your microphone, unmute and tell me.
Leader Harriet, eh?
Yes, please.
I'm the one who talked about the 2,000, eh?
Yes.
Then you said 400 divided by 5. Where has it come from, the 5?
The first buying amount and the first 4 margin calls.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Dorothy says some more clarification on some clarification. I want to see some more clarity on the distribution of the 80%. 80% of what capital? Let us say our capital is 500. 20% of 500 is 100. Meaning our first 4 margin calls and the first buying amount, we are going to divide our 100 divided by 5. Meaning the first buying amount is going to be $20 and the first 4 margin calls are going to take $20. Okay, that is our 20%. It is gone. So which means out of our capital we have remained with $400. Now $400, we want to have 20 margin calls, okay? We are putting the margin calls, the number of margin calls, it is you to decide. When you have more margin calls, the call drop percentage will reduce. The more margin calls you are having, the less the margin call drop percentage. Now for me, I want to have divided by 20 margin calls. Meaning I'm going to buy with the $20. Even my 80%, it is going to be my $400, which is my 80%. I'm going to distribute it into 20 margin calls. And which means every margin call, I'm going to be buying it using $20. Now, the next is to calculate the margin call drop percentage. We are catering for 40%. 40% of 20, the 50th and above plus the 4. So which means I have 24 margin calls. I have 24 margin calls, which means I'm going to have the 24 margin calls divided by the 40. Yes, is it 40? The drop 40 divided by the 24 margin calls. Yes, it is the total percentage drop divided by the number of margin calls, not the margin calls divided by the percentage drop. Okay, it is the percentage call drop you want to cover for that trade, divided by the margin calls that you are putting. So our margin calls are 24. 20 from the 50th margin call and above. Then the 4, they are the ones at first, the whole warehouse. Okay. Then which means if we are having 24 margin calls, our call drop percentage is going to be 1.6. So as you go to your trade settings on the left hand side, on the margin call drop, you put 1.6. Then the other side, you put 1 because we have already divided. Okay. Because we have already divided. I don't know whether it is clear there. Dorothy, is it clear? Dorothy, you can put for me a thumbs up if it is clear. Good. She's saying it is clear. The next one is Chiemba Hassan. Help me on this. If a coin is showing to be delisted, yet is still running, what can we do? First of all, if it is to be delisted and you still have it running, you can either migrate to another exchanger. You can migrate it to another exchanger, which is not delisting it, or you can sell it and you take that loss. Those are two things. You either sell it and take that loss, and then you take away what is still remaining, or you can migrate to another exchanger, which is not yet delisting it. Because we are having 8 different exchanges that you are working with. If the coin is to be delisted in Binance, it is not necessarily that it is also going to be delisted in other exchanges. That coin is to be delisted in that may be in Binance because it is the project is no longer meeting the terms and conditions, or it is no longer meeting the standards of Binance. But maybe if it is not meeting the standards of Binance, it is meeting standards of OKX or Kraken or Indodax or Bybit. So a coin to be delisted in Binance, it doesn't mean that it is no longer performing in other exchanges. So what you do, you just migrate your trade. I had seen someone putting up a hand. I don't know whether his hand is still there. And I don't remember which person was that. Yes, Katz. Katz?
Yes, madam. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's me asking.
Yes, please ask.
I'm new in the market. I have my less capital, let's say $100. How am I going to be catered for? Because I'm not yet having a lot of capitals. Let's say $200 and above dollars.
Yes, for the 200, I explained how to use it, how to divide it.
I was like, madam, I was like, for us who have less than that 200, let's say $100.
If you're having $100, you can divide 100 with into 10 margin calls, and you buy with the $10. That's all. Then the next thing, you be patient. The biggest challenge that we have gotten, we, your leaders, is as the people who are having less than $500, we are too impatient. We forget that we are having our challenge. We forget that we are having our challenge, that our capital is still small. And we are expecting to be making money from Monday to Sunday, from 1st to 31st, which is impossible. Which is very, very impossible. I'm not saying that when you are having $100, you are not going to make money. You are going to make the money, but don't expect to make money all through all the days, one by one, because the market will not be moving in one direction always. At some point, it has to drop. And when it drops while others are buying, for you don't have money for buying. So if you are having capital which is less than $500, please be patient. Be patient. Don't be so angry. People with less money, we are too emotional. We are too short-tempered. We are too impatient. We are too doubtful. We are too complaining. Yet people with money, they don't complain. They just ask, okay, what is happening? I'm seeing these days my earnings have reduced. And say, oh, the market dropped a little bit. Okay, so we need to wait for it? Yes. But someone with $50, my God, can even write to you at 2 a.m. Now, Madam Harriet, for me, I don't understand this business. For 2 weeks, I'm not selling. Is this business real? Am I not losing my money? And then you wonder. Someone of 20,000 is very settled. Someone of $50 feels that his money is going to be lost. So cats with $100, make sure that you are having 10 margin calls. If the 10 margin calls are bought and the trade is still dropping, please just be patient. Just be patient with the market, because what goes up will always come down, and what comes down will always go up once again. Another question? Another question, if we have one. If we don't have, we can end here, and then we call it a day. And we call it a day. I'll meet you again at 8 p.m. Yes, at 8 p.m. That will be my next lesson. So people who are staying around Kampala, please, you people, always come at Jeriza Hotel on Saturday. You get these things practically. Always create some time and come to Jeriza Hotel and learn physically. Learning in physical is far different from learning from a Google Meet or from a Zoom. Thank you so much for listening to me. I want to say, have a blessed day. I wish you a blessed new week. We are very, very optimistic this week and the coming weeks. Things are going to be marvelous. So don't go away. Keep attending the classes to get to learn new things, and then also to be updated on what is happening in the market. See you then. My name is Nanono Harriet.